mind driving while Jewish. Double Parshat this week, Matos Masei. So, Masei is about the journeys of Bnei Israel. And it's the ending of the book of Numbers. And it speaks about 42 places where the Jewish people stopped. And it enumerates each and every place, and you go crazy. And you want to know what do I need to know, where they stopped at this deli, and they stopped at that, the buffet, and they stopped at this place in the desert, this Valero, when we got gas here. No, we know that every single letter in the Torah has its significance and its relevance for us in the here and now in our souls. Now, the idea really is that the Baal Shem Tov says that those 42 journeys is really for every single individual. He has 42 stages in his life that he has to progress, 42 lessons, 42 insights to come to his final resting place, just as the Jewish people. When they left Egypt, that was called the birth, our birth, the birth of a person. And when they go through every single thing in the process of the desert and they get to the land of Israel, that means a person is getting to their own land of Israel, their own personal completion. Their enlightenment. 42 insights, 42 lessons, 42 places. And each one of those places enumerates the different lesson. One of the examples that the Baal Shem Tov brings from the Menei Menuchos, that one place was called Kivrot Atava, where they lusted after meat. And they had meat for 30 days, and it was in their nostrils, and then they died, and they called that place Kivrot Atava, which is burial place of the desire. And so the Baal Shem Tov says, because of their deeds, so the light in each of those places, there's a pocket of light, there's an insight, there's an unbelievable stage of development that the person can actually access at that point. But because of their deeds, of course, it ended up being the way that it is, the perverted state. So they called it burial place of desire, and the actual potential of that place specifically was called Chachma, wisdom. Because if you grasp a certain level of wisdom, so the physical desires don't have such a grip on you. That's just one little example. The idea really is this. We have our journey in life, and you have to, and Rashi explains it, he brings down that there was once the parable of a king whose son was sick, and he had to bring his son to a distant place, to get healed. And on his way back, so he was enumerating all of the places which they were at. You remember this place, that it was cold at night, dingy. You remember this place, you got a headache. You remember this place, the roof caved in. You remember this place, the goat came in and ate our food, or whatever it is. He enumerates every single thing. And the idea here is really that God, in the end of our lives, is going to express to us each and every one of those places, each and every one of our journeys, our personal stages and developments in our lives. Hashem is going to say, you see this, you see that, you see that? It was all for a reason, to bring you to completion. Now, our job is, in that stage, what is our reaction? How are we going to react? Don't forget, there's stimulus, there's response. In between stimulus to response, how are we going to choose to react? Can you react with joy, faith? Can you accept whatever's happening in your life with love? This has come from God. I have emunah. I have what it takes. I'm going to go forward. Because really, in the end, it's going to be a joyous thing. Really, in the end, the Torah is still being written. Really, in the end, we can sanctify God's name with every single one of our own personal stages and journeys in life. Good Shabbos.